So this is me at 2 years old. As you can probably tell from my face, I'm the kid who is happiest when I'm around food. Growing up, I've always been the careful, or as my friends would say, the law-by-law type. I remember trying to be rebellious once in Sec 1, when it was trendy to have like your fringe cover half your face. But the moment I got called up by the discipline mistress, I never did that again. So I always tend to stay in my comfort zone, and I'm not really one to try new activities because, well, I don't like changes. I have to have things planned out, and I don't do well with impromptu things because that makes me anxious. But of course, in life you can't plan for anything and everything. And there's one thing in particular that I never planned for.
I was an introvert growing up because I didn't have a lot of time with friends outside of school. Still, I was comfortable with being on my own and taught myself to be content with what I had. It makes me think of the kind of roles that I always play at home or even online as a kind of mediator. I'm not particularly one-sided, just in the grey, like all the Spider-Man movies where he's holding two things together with his web. I guess I'm kind of like that character. An average, in the middle kind of guy who happened to meet a not so average kind of girl.
Lay it all on me.
When we first met serving at G-Kids, he was attached then, so he wasn't really in my radar at all. But I do remember thinking that, hey, he seems to be a very safe and very stable guy. Then a few years passed, and by this time we were no longer serving together or even talking for that matter. And then suddenly I get this birthday message, and that started it all.
I just want to be nice. Wasn't meant to be a pickup line.
Well, from there we started texting daily for a whole year. My friends would know that I am not a texter at all, but with him it was just very natural and there was no pressure or overthinking the conversation. But I'm still surprised, that we lasted a whole year just texting without meeting at all.
It's okay, lay it all.
I was definitely nervous over how to approach and date her, but I always felt that we made it easy for each other. We didn't play any games, so it wasn't something you could put into a K-drama. Yet, this was all we ever wanted, to enjoy each other's company.
We like doing things together, so we try to do something new, like trying out the Food King good places, watching the newest movies.
But let's be real lah, most of the time we're just couch potatoes.
Matt is ultra understanding. Whenever he's late for dates, I'll usually be angry. But when I'm late, the first thing he always says is everything okay? Or take your time. So from him, I'm really learning to assume the best of others and to think in the shoes of the person before judging their actions or behaviour. He also makes me feel valued. My thoughts, my feelings, my interests all matter to him, and he will even go to the extent of watching random beauty or mukbang videos and even start a K-drama with me.
Weixin really knows how to treat the people around her well. She's patient, she's kind, she's faithful. And she actually has changed her shampoo to become more fruity simply because I mentioned it before. And the thing that boggles my mind is she loves how I look.
I really do. I actually can't believe that he's the first person I dated and now someone who I'm sure I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. I wouldn't say that I got lucky, but committing my relationship to God from a young age, it was really God who prepared both of us separately, and in His own time we met and here we are today. We think in our marriage we're like bus ride buddies, and on a long journey you would want to be with someone that you're comfortable with, enjoying the ride with each other's company.
You and me on this new journey.
Together! Yeah!
Lay it all